initialization. Life support systems activated. Shield kinetic system online. Scanner damaged. Repair required. Aerial propulsion jetpack online. Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational. User initialization sequence complete.
What is the crack, ladies and gentlemen? It's Gibbo Era here with a new series of No Man's Sky. How y'all doing? How's everyone doing? Hope you're all having a fantastic week.
Levels stabilizing.
Hang on, I just climbed into this cave here and just allow my guy to recover a little bit just while I tweak a couple of settings. The old sounds are quite loud on this. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all having a fantastic week. So, I've done no recording in a significant amount of time. And I saw Willie playing this the other day. And I couldn't help myself. I was like, what's the story with this game you're playing, man? I'm into space exploration games, you know what I mean? Like, is this any use? Because I've played Star Citizen, which was a bit of a scam. And he said, this had a ropey start, but it's actually a great game. Well worth checking out. So he says, right, I'll buy. So I picked it up for about 15 euros. And I have to say, I'm not disappointed. I've sank about 50 hours into this game now. I'm sure I could do it, like check my Steam and tell you exactly, but I'm not bothered. And this game is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I can see myself obsessing over this for the next little while. Absolutely, 100%. No Man's Sky, so it's a space sandbox, like, exploration game. It's a whatever you want it to be kind of game, really. There's quests, there's science to it, there's so much in this game. And I think it's going to be really suitable just for my recording style that I like to do. It's not WoW content. I know some of you guys aren't going to like that, but look, it is what it is, guys. I'm going to play what I'm enjoying at the minute. I'm just not enjoying WoW. Maybe a significant break will make me interested in it again. Who knows? So, we are, after waking up on this planet, and this is survival mode as well, by the way, so it's harder and death sucks. We lose our stuff when we die. Not permadeath, mind you, because I am still learning this game, so a little bit of forgiveness would be nice. Use the scanner to locate resources. Select the scanner repair mission in the log. So use ferrite dust to repair the scanner. So now that we've recovered a bit of shielding, we're going to make our way out and look for ferrite dust. So ferrite dust, in my experience, tends to come from rocks. Like this little fella. So how much are we getting from him? 5 or 6. And how fast is our thermal protection falling? We're obviously on some kind of ice planet. It's minus 50 degrees Celsius. Jesus Christ. It's like a summer's day in Ireland, realistically speaking. Here, these are bigger rocks. These might give us a little bit more. So we use the mining laser that's in the multi-tool that we have currently, and we use that in order to break down the various different components that we find on the planets that we're exploring. And what we're trying to repair here at the moment is a scanner device that we have in our suit. So what we'll do is we'll pop back into the warmth here. So anything I want to do off menu, we'll want to do in the relative warmth, so that way we can that way we're not dying while we're in the menu. So there's like a little feature where you're doing anything like this where you actually have to come in and physically add the components required in order to repair things to the devices that are not functioning. So I'm going to pop a little scan by pressing C as we've been directed. So there's a bit of sodium over there, and our quest is looking for us to go collect sodium. So we're going to make our way in that direction. So typically sodium is harvested in yellow plants, but it can also be harvested from the ground as well. So you'll see everything is recommended, or... oh, bugger. That didn't work out. There is no jump. It's all jetpack, and the jetpack uses up your life support, so I don't really want to be at this stage using a gratuitous amount of it, unless I absolutely have to. Oh wow. That's unfortunate. The scanner seems to have timed out by the time we managed to get topside, and I'm not 100% if this is topside or if it's below us. It's okay though, we can head back down to recover. Hang on, no, that looks yellow over there. Yeah, that looks like a winner. Here we are. Nice. So, sodium-rich plants tend to be yellow in nature. In order to do the quest, we have to recharge our hazard protection while we're here. There's a fair bit of sodium here now. Oxygen-rich plants tend to be red. So let's proceed with the quest, knowing that we have a cave there to fall back on. There's a structure of some sort over there as well. Is that a bit of dihydrogen? Let's get that now while we're here. Dihydrogen tends to be stuff that gets turned into like fuel or gel that we can use to like heal ourselves. It's quite useful. So everything has chemical names. You can see it, like it gives you like a little like table of elements kind of thing there for dihydrogen on the right, which is kind of cool. Use the jetpack to fly short distances, or left click to sprint. So this is all basically like a walkthrough, how to play this game, how to do everything. We have inventory in our backpack here. We have technology slots, cargo slots, which is interesting. We might move that over here and put this over here. I just like to stack things by order. So technology can synergize with other technology depending on what technology and upgrades it's kept next to. So as you can see, even that little bit of time there in my menu, I've already lost a fair bit of my thermal protection. So we're going to want to keep an eye out for any caves. We're kind of in a little bit of a rush, so we might expend a little bit of life support in the interest of just... oh wow, we're getting attacked. Oh, that'll be oxygen rich. Let's kill that, because we're going to need some life support. So that'll give us like 14 oxygen. That buys us a little bit of time. Gotta be careful of these fellas. So you can see up the top left there, our shield took a little bit of damage. Let's pop another scan. And we might just get the sodium over here en route, because I have a feeling we're going to need a little bit of a buffer. I'm not too sure if I can take cover in my spaceship just yet. There's more sodium over there, that's fine. We'll recharge that. That's cool. We'll recharge that. There's oxygen here to beat the band. We'll grab it, actually, rather than think about it later. Just have it and not need it, then need it and not have it. We are limited in our inventory space, so I'm conscious of that. Some carbonous type plant. Scenario iteration. Boundary separation failure likely. Vessel 16 has been emptied and the cause. Sentinel intervention delivered transfer. Analysis. Fresh iteration generated. Anomaly containment prepared. Broadcast. Traveler anomaly detected. Anomaly is compliant. Position logged. System integrity initialized. So we're going to investigate the crashed ship. But first I'm going to loot everything here. There's a little mini game with some of these chests where there's components that are clogging them, and in order to open them you have to remove those components. So I was accidentally taking these into my inventory and clogging my inventory initially. But you can just destroy them and get rid of them. At the moment, I don't think they have another function. So I'm not overly worried. They're actually giving us a bunch of carbon there. Right? Let's investigate this ship. So we can get on board, which will give us a bit of thermal protection and allow our shields to recharge now as well while we collect ourselves and replan our next strategy. Atlas connection. Intermittent. Launch thrusters. Offline. Pulse engine. Offline. I find myself on alone on a strange world, unequipped and in danger. I have no memory of how I got here and no sense of it before. But this ship at least seems to recognize me. The controls react to my touch, or at least that of my exosuit. I'm not dead yet. And this ship is a lifeline out to the stars. Let's read the log. Log 492.5A unavailable, substituting data. Exosuit connected. Suggestion: pilot should perform maintenance. Select the desired repair path. Let's repair the ship's systems. Self-guided repair protocols initiated. Pulse engine is critically damaged. We're going to need a hermetic seal and metal plating. I can hit tab and we can see what this needs as well. Pure ferrite and dihydrogen jelly. Has photon cannons. Cargo. So we're gonna pop out here. Repair with the metal plating, hermetic seal. And what we'll do is before... Oh, it is actually telling us what we need. So we need ferrite dust to make a metal plate. So we'll head over to the rocks here. Apparently not those rocks. This rock here will do. And we'll just blow up a couple of these rocks until we have sufficient resources in order to be able to craft a metal plate. We're just gonna follow the quest as it's guiding us here at the moment. So we'll attach the metal plate. Now we need hermetic seal. And we'll just keep following the quest line. Iteration, well, that's a lot of numbers. Functional. Starship critically damaged. Vital ingredients missing. Unable to synthesize required components. Pulse engine requires hermetic seal. Request assistance. Recommendation. Iteration comparison reveals hermetic seal nearby. Salvage planetary chart from distressed beacon cache. Okay. Let's head over yonder. Appearance of the beacon's housing. As well as the distressed broadcast unit, it contains a planetary chart. Right, we'll take that. Now to use these, we hit tab, open up our inventory, and plot route by hopping E.
Navigational data received.
Okay, there's caves all around us. Oh, right, where... Oh. We'll get a radar icon for this now in a moment. Oh, there's a base structure that direction anyway. Probably want to head that way. 960, wow, that's quite far. Bit of a trek. Bit of a trek. We'll just make our way this way. The noise you hear in the background is my washing machine getting my uniform ready for tomorrow because the washing machines are all broken work. Fantastic. Fantastic. I think we're getting new ones. Okay, there's some resources potentially here. And we can use this to recover a little bit of our thermal protection before we get on the next leg of our journey. Let's search these crates. Sodium nitrate, okay. We'll save our progress thus far, because this game does crash. There's a blizzard. Oh, well, snarks. We do not want to be outside for this. I need navigation data. I think my ship is also in a jock, so I don't think we'll be... Yeah, let's get inside. Have a little loot here. What's in here? Accessing archive. 6 out of 7 logs were corrupted. Entry 492.4a as follows. No one making this recording in case leaving behind in the fabricator might be of some use. Visor damaged. Can't find ship. Let's recover some supplies. The log finishes and the machine whirs to life, spitting out supplies. I have the hermetic seal. I need to repair my ship. Whoever it was that led me here, whoever left me this message, perhaps they found themselves in the same situation as I do now. Okay, I feel like we were meant to go a little bit further. It was sending me a bit further. I'm not too sure. We may have inadvertently just found exactly what we needed. Okay, right, so there's a storm outside, so let's stay inside. You can see how fast our shielding falls there. So, like, there's different types of shielding. There's shielding for thermal stuff. There's shielding for radiation. There's shielding for poison. So there's a few different types that your shield accommodates for. Now I think they all pretty much power off the same thing. What's happening here? A bit of stock. Alright, there's a bit of cash money here. And there's probably a bit of carbon in the plant, typically, is what I've... Okay, something happened outside. We got our hermetic seal. Analysis visor requires installation. There's a planetary exploration device that locates and highlights nearby points of interest that can also be used to analyze flora, fauna, and minerals. Analysis results in commercially valuable data, as well as revealing additional resources. Okay, well, we're going to get this fella installed because this is fairly useful. Okay. So we need to craft some nanotubes. What did I take? A bit of carbon. Fortuitously, I have harvested a bit on my travels. The storm's now clearing. So sure, by the time we have this installed, the storm should be clear. So we now have our visor, so I can push F. And as you can see, there's all these little POIs that have popped up. These are minerals, buried technology, cargo drops, buried technology, broken machinery, like, there's a variety of different types. But we can analyze objects and scan them, discover them, and log them with some kind of international Wikipedia of the stars. And you earn cash money for doing it. So let's test this rock. Let's pop back inside. So it's known as Sigurigate. Use the compass and analysis visor to navigate. So there's our ship. It's 250 away. But before we go to it, I feel like we are going to head into this structure here and have a look. There's an animal. I've found that the birds tend to be worth more than anything else. So we got 1,000 credits for just scanning that birdie. Like, this is a Gek observatory. We can't loot the plants by the looks of things. I think I'm premature at my arrival here. Or I'm not. Yeah, I just don't think I'm supposed to be here as of yet. The game is directing me to go back to this ship, so I'd say that's probably a prudent course of action. We'll scan everything as we go here. Let's get on with a bit of sciencey type stuff. We'll get these animals on the go. As you can see there, now these animals are all now detected. Here's something else. Foxhosa. We'll walk. We have 2 minutes before we have critical exposure to the weather. And by such time, I would assume... Now, you see, we can actually get more resources out of... more resources out of the rocks now that we've scanned them. So our guy probably knows how to refine them a little bit better because he's scanned them. You know, he knows exactly what minerals are in it and how to get them when he breaks it up. So we would get salt as well as ferrite dust now out of those rocks. Whereas these little ones will probably get... Oh, dioxide. That's actually quite good. Get a little bit of that. Use that to recharge my suit. The life support. Which means I can start running around a little bit crazier. So you can scan the animals, the plants, the rocks, everything. And it gives you a few quid for doing it. So it's prudent to do so, you know. It is prudent to do so. Some animals... I've not been attacked by an animal. A lot of plants tend to attack me, but some animals look like they'd be capable of doing it. But again, my playtime is still quite short, so a lot of carbon out of that. Okay, here's a rock. We have another minute. We probably have about 100 yards to go, or 100 meters, or whatever tickles your fancy. There it is there. Here's a bit more dihydrogen. I have a feeling I'm going to need that now in a moment. Let's get all of this on the go. Okay. Oh, there's a little plant. 40 odd seconds. Again, we're just getting credits together by doing this. It's not a whole lot, but it is something. Any animals? There is an animal over there, but we need to be inside. We're going to start taking damage to our HP. Yeah. So let's repair this. Add in the part. So there we have our pulse engines again. Excellent. So now what do we need to repair the thrusters? Pure ferrite. And we're going to need dihydrogen jelly. So let us see what it instructs us to do. We're going to have to make a portable refiner to be able to process pure ferrite. Okay. Repair launch thrusters with dihydrogen jelly and pure ferrite. So the dihydrogen jelly, we can just craft that straight off the bat with the dihydrogen that was in our inventory here. This is our starship's inventory. So we'll repair this anyway. We'll get that on the go. And now we're going to have to work on this pure ferrite. So in order to be able to... Every time you get out of your ship, you get a save, by the way. In order to be able to get pure ferrite, we're going to have to refine ferrite dust. So we're going to have to build this portable refiner. So we're going to need rocks. You can sometimes find rocks that are pure ferrite, like that one. And if I'm capable of mining that... No, you need an advanced mining laser, sadly. Okay. So we'll just do it ye old-fashioned way. I'm used to having all my toys on the my other playthrough. We're going to be getting a bit of salt and stuff here as well. That's alright. We need a bit of excess ferrite dust anyway because we're going to have to... oh, bugger. Mining laser is empty. We use the condensed carbon. It gives you a fair bit more whack than the actual carbon. And it will clear up inventory for us that we're going to need. Our thermal protection is falling. Get a bit more of the dioxide. Oh, unidentified mineral. Scan this bad boy. Get the extra stuff out of it. Oh, and an unidentified plant. There we go. Bit more credits. I saw the telltale sign of an animal. Right, let's get him on the go. And a new type of bird. The birds tend to be quite valuable. Because they're obviously, I suppose they're... I actually probably suppose they're easier to spot because they're floating around in the sky. Let's go back and get a bit more thermal protection. And then do a little bit of crafting. Grab a little bit more of this dust on the way. And a bit of carbon, since I've inadvertently destroyed this plant. We're starting to build up a nice pretty picture of some of the ecology that's on this planet. Right, we'll jump into the ship, let it heat us up. So I've been playing this with a few of the guys that I play a variety of other games with, and I have to say, like, the multiplayer aspects of this, everything, like, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. There's quite a while before your toon is able to really effectively participate in multiplayer. And what I noticed was that if you interact with other players too early on, it tends to interrupt your progression, unfortunately. So my recommendation is that if you are playing this game for the first time, play it by yourself. And just get used to it. How's our thermal protection looking? Okay, let's deploy this bad boy. Okay. Boom. So the refiner, we access it and we're going to have to fuel it. So let's fuel it with a little bit of condensed carbon and a little bit of carbon. And let's input some ferrite dust. And here's what I made earlier. How much do I need? I'm going to need more than that. Oh, that gives us sodium. Awesome. We'll need this. So the game is like, it's a constant juggle of what resources do I need, how much am I going to need, when am I going to need it, just constantly trying to balance all of these things versus the environments that you're in. Not all environments are hazardous. Some planets are quite, like, tame. Some planets are inhabited. There's settlements. All sorts of carry on. So, not all is as potentially difficult. But the game obviously hits you with this to start. I think actually we're alright there. We'll leave that there for the time being. Let's repair our launch thrusters. Just make sure we grab it before we go. Get all that carbon back. Okay, so I think the ship is repaired. Exit the ship and collect the portable refiner. Okay, right, so it actually tells you to do so. Nice, and we get all that back as carbon. Return to your ship. Press W to take off. Well, let's blow this popsicle stand. We'll point it up into the sky. Hit shift. Get the speed boost. And we're out. Into space. The Euclid Galaxy. So as you can see, on the bottom of our ship there, we have my name, our location, our proximity to it, our current speed, so I'm in reverse. I'm more or less, I'm not moving. I'm going forward, hit shift, gives you a speed boost. Our radar, as you can see, is like an XYZ axis type thing. Test the boost. And now we're going to test our pulse engine. So we may as well point ourselves at something useful. We're not going to leave it on for too long. Hold space. I'm going to break it off because I don't want to waste too much of it just yet. Oh, we're getting a message. Incoming transmission. Source. That number looks familiar. Please identify yourself. I'm... Looks like static. Alright, well, we'll tell them who we are. You are not alone. Follow the broadcast ends as strangely as it began. The final piece of the signal appears to be a set of planetary coordinates. Well, let's bait that in.
Alert. Navigation Additional data received.
Okay, so it's back down on the ice planet. So like, that's going to take us 16 minutes to get there. So if I hit shift, well, it's going to take us 2 minutes to get there. But if I hit space and point myself at it, it takes me 4 seconds to get there. Now, it will terminate upon hitting atmosphere. And then as you can see, we slow down again. But like, it just saves you so much time using that. We're holding shift. We're diving down in through the atmosphere. So S is to slow down when you're in the planet. Or, sorry, and in space. And we land with E. So this is going to bring us to the approximate location of whatever it is that we're looking for. And we better land here because it specifically wants us to. Pop in an E. And we'll jump out of the ship. So, what are these? Let's switch mode here. It's like frozen tubers. Interesting. So I've activated a different mode here with this. Apparently our target is 100 meters in this direction. As you can see, it directs you then as you go. And we're scanning here. Yeah, I had a feeling there'd be a little animal or something floating around. Okay, careful of those fellas. So those fellas are called Sentinels. And they have the joy of policing the galaxy, I think. And if they see you mining resources, they will fuck you up. This is condensed carbon. It's great as a fuel source. Let's get on of it on the go. Whatever goodies are in here, let's grab everything. A bit of projectile ammo. I mean, that's not ideal, but it's somewhere this direction. Okay, I see a little area here. There's what looks like a cave formation here. We can use that to warm ourselves up. Let's get this little dialogue piece out of the way. Sparking wires in the machine generate a signal, tapping out its broadcast into the void. Whoever let the message is long gone. Decipher the signal. Decoding. 16, 16, 16. No fuel in failed to reach station. Hazard protection low. No choice but to underground. Deployed base computer. Gives you the signal pans for a base computer and a terrain manipulator. When any look, the base computer will hold more information about whoever is leaving these messages. Excellent. Bit of chromatic metal. Landscape shaping tool. Carbon nanotubes and dihydrogen jelly. Well, let's go have a loot. Very quickly get rid of all this junk. Excellent. And I think we can save here and shark this sector just by doing so. Anything new floating around here? That tree is new. I haven't seen one of them. The stalagmites and stalactites also contain resources. Let's get ourselves inside. Get this on the scan. We have another 30 seconds of thermal protection and then this stabilizes. See these fellas here? They contain stuff that we can use to build things. Sorry, sell. Which is worth doing. Grabbing a little bit of that before we leave, just so that way we have a bit of dollar bill. Watch this fella here now. We're warm here at the minute, so we're not in panic mode. There we go. I was looking for stalactites. Okay. So what do these contain? Cobalt, radon, salt, and cobalt. Oh wow. Okay. What's our thing? Select terrain manipulator in the quest log. The hydrogen jelly and carbon nanotubes. Okay, so let's install technology terrain manipulator. We have a dihydrogen jelly, thankfully. So we're gonna have to craft a couple of these nanotubes. We need 31 more carbon. Okay, so we're gonna have to go kill a plant. Carbon tends to come from trees and stuff like that, which there's a few here. These fellas need to soften their cough there a little bit. What the tits? Okay, there's a science ship. Just casually flying overhead. Oh, my life support is low. Let's get a bit of condensed carbon because that stuff is useful. This will just be tons of carbon here. Yeah, that's probably all the carbon we'll need. Let's get back into the warmth. Careful of this situation over here. Poisons. Get up here into this little alcove. This looks relatively safe. Can I scan the eggs? No. There's a bunch of them. Sorry, humming sacks. So I can just hold E over this and craft a second one. We'll go back to our multi-tool, install some technology, and pop that in. There we go. So we now have the terrain manipulator. So by hitting G, we can toggle our multi-tool to various different states. So now if we were to look for some... Oh, I gather copper. Pop an F and let's go looking to see if there's a copper deposit nearby. There's dioxide. That's 690 away. 645. Let's try and find one that's a bit closer. 457. Cobalt. It's nighttime, so it's probably cooler again. Cobalt. Buried technology. Yeah, I know, Mom. Unfortunately, I think that one there is the closest. Oh, fish. Oh, I want to take fall damage. We're gonna have to recharge our life support. The dioxide is great for that, so let's use that. Let's follow this cave in. Let's get rid of the poisonous flora that blocks my path to get a bit of oxygen for our troubles. We might just follow this way. Copper deposit. No. Oh, actually, yeah, look, it moves up. This is good. It's warm in here, so I think it's prudent to just follow this and then mine our way towards our destination, or at least out of the cave. I don't think we'll have to, though. I think we'll be alright. No, we will have to, yeah. But, oops. This obviously just loops back around on itself, does it? Yeah. So what we can just do is blow a hole in the cave. Oh wow, we're into another little pocket here. Never would have known it existed. Oh. We get silicate powder by doing what I'm doing here. Alright, we hit bedrock. Let's recover a little bit of jetpack juice here. In the bottom right you can see the bars filling up. And we'll just get out and we'll make our way to this copper deposit. Unless we see a closer one in the meantime. Like, that says it's closer, but like, I think ultimately this one is actually, because we won't have to go through as much of an ordeal to get to it. Yeah, that's all dioxide. Okay, cool. Oh, wow. Gotta pay attention. We could have used the ship to get there, but the ship has limited, have I scanned you? I have. I'll throw a quick recce around there just to see if there's anything of interest. No, scan. Oh, no, there's something there. Bit of condensed carbon. Grab the sodium. We're gonna need it, I think, in the next couple of minutes. Keep heading towards our target. Oh, that's new. The exploration aspects of this game are so much fun. Just so much fun. Like, it's ridiculously fun. Just cataloging everything on a planet. Working your way through it, troubleshooting issues, like, that's... I don't know. This game is just, like, indescribably good. Like, it's well worth checking out. You can pick it up for, like, less than €20. It's free if you're on, the Xbox thing. The screen is starting to frost over there. We just keep pushing here. Bit of dihydrogen. Just grab that. Just as we're going. Keep heading towards our target. 100 meters, not far to go. There we go. We can see it there now. We're gonna have to pop a little bit of oh, we have an ion battery. Let's use one of those. Recharge ourselves. So hopefully this guy doesn't get triggered by me obliterating this. There's a little plant. How much do I get per 3? Okay. There's not a lot of copper here, man. This is oh no, let's expand it. Let's just grab all of it, because we're probably going to want it in the not too distant future. So now that I've absolutely strip mined the area, I don't think there's much left to be had here. Let's get out of the big hole. Great. Deploy the refiner. We're gonna make our way back to the ship before we start deploying refiners. Just considering the fact that we're, you know, freezing to death constantly here. Carbon, oxygen. We have plenty of sodium and stuff like that. We're okay. Oh, there's a little bit of something here. Destroy this. An old Gek relic. Microprocessors. These could be useful. Sodium plant. grab it. Could be useful. A bit of dihydrogen over there, I think. Yeah. You know, the Sentinel was watching us. So if you shoot them, they will become aggressive. And you'll almost develop like a GTA style raiding. And they will gradually ramp up their efforts against you. What is happening? Oh, those guys flying over there. Popping another battery. Just to get them out of the inventory as well, because we are quite limited in the space that we have. Let's get a bit of this condensed carbon. Useful. Very, very useful. Make our way back to the ship. 400 meter, not too far to go. Unidentified plant. More money. That's what that is. Identify that, motherfucker. Right. 500 credits. Let's go. The animals, I think, are the most profitable scans that you'll make on a planet. When we get somewhere a bit more secure, I'll show you what Willie has been calling the Pokedex. There's like a thing for every planet. Alright, see the way they're pissed? Because I broke resources, so now they're going to scan me. And if you continue mining, they will potentially attack you. So you can see down the bottom right there, we have a little an icon, and that icon looks like the Sentinel. And that means they're on to me. They're watching. Concentrated or condensed carbon. It's used as fuel and for a variety of other things, and it's just it's good. Way better than normal carbon. There's no point in me deploying the refinery until we get back to the ship, because otherwise I'm just gonna freeze to death. So that's why I'm not following the quest instructions at the moment. I'm just gonna do my own thing, making my way back to the safety of this ship. Ships are never safe. Bunch of dihydrogen there. Get that stockpiled. Frozen tubers. That's like something that you can feed the animals. And I think there's like some kind of pet system. I'm not really 100%. I haven't participated in it yet. So before we do that, we're going to jump in here. And we're going to recover a little bit. That's what we're going to do. Get some heat back into our guy. There's a drone outside, an old Sentinel. The nanomals are coming over for a look. Weird looking dudes. There's not enough fuel on the launch thruster. Which means that we're not able to take off. The pulse engines have fuel, but the launch thruster needs launch fuel or uranium. So we'll have to harvest stuff to make some launch fuel. It's not massively complicated. We got a little save, and we'll throw down the refinery there. Okay, so this is meant to teach you how to use something that you've already learned how to use. Now, let's begin. We're going to need a bunch of chromatic metals, so we may as well refine all of this. It doesn't generate any heat or anything like that. It's scanning the animal there. That's intriguing. I didn't know it did that. This game, there's so much depth to it. It's remarkable. There's a cache over there. We might go grab that just for something to do, because it's right here. Oh, it's buried, is it? So because it's buried, where are you, fella? We can mark it and it would be easier to find it, but, you know. Crusty iron cycler. I have no idea what that is. I think we can dismantle that and we get, oh, we got all the chromatic metal we needed. This wants us to build a base computer, which I'm not particularly in the mood of being here. Searching cartographic archives. Universal Archive reveals no prior claims from this site. Sonar test suitable for construction. Claim site. Sure, we'll claim it. We're going to be leaving anyway. It makes no odds. But this is now our baseline. There's a big wide area over there. Let's get the chromatic metal into our inventory. Search the base archives. Log from previous user. Entry 4925D as follows. Storm sweeping across, but construction supplies low. Depositing shelter plans while need to bag soon. Let's extract the plan. Okay. Bases as shelters from harsh environments. Expand your base by earning new construction blueprints. Return to your base to store and process items as you explore. Protection against the hazards of the elements. Right, we're going to need carbon here, so let's. Well, you know, I could just. Oh no. Potentially a rare plant. Oh, well, I didn't mean to do that. This gives you a frost crystal. Let's get inside. I think this is a good point to wrap this episode up. I don't know how long this has dragged on. When we come back, we're going to build a small little temporary habitat that we will ultimately break down because I don't see myself living on this planet. I like to live next to water because I like the scenic kind of idea of it. I'll find an island somewhere and that'll do me. When we come back, we'll finish off this part of the quest line and then possibly evacuate this planet and get back into space. Make our way elsewhere. I think this part of space is fairly tame. It's at the threat level is low, so I don't anticipate us getting attacked all that too much. But sure, look, you never know. It's been giveaway, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed watching this video, please leave a like down below. Possibly consider subscribing to the channel. If you have any other qualms, questions, concerns about anything that happened in this video, leave it down below in the comments section. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Dear Andy. Bye bye.